ball action. I'm going to see if I can get this one up and going for you. I'm pretty excited about this one. I think it's an interesting matchup of two kind of rising stars. Let me see if I can get a scoreboard going for it. I think that was the opening break of the match. We're going to see. Stand by. Okay. Try to get George in here in a second. And I have a guest commentator coming at us. Should be a lot of fun. Guys, let me know if you can hear us and see us okay. All right, Transylvania. Okay. Hey, John. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. We're just getting underway here. I think this just was the opening break. Yes, to crypto, my man. What's going on? And Wolford breaks, plays a safe on the one, and Raymond will be kicking at this ball. You guys probably know of Raymond from... He's been on our podcast a few times. He's been on a Cue It Up network. How's this ball going to roll? Look at this roll. Jelly roll right off the start. But Raymond's he's very intellectual. He's a cerebral player. He does a lot of, I would say he does some unorthodox things on the table. Takes some chances on some shots and comes up with some spectacular shots at times. So this should be a fun match here. Point. Wolford goes to play safe. Kicks safe. Hits the point and pops out. So Raymond's going to have a look at the one ball. Not sure. I don't think he'll take this on. He'll probably try to bank it down past the 2-9. And he could check the cue ball up with some inside English and ideally bring it back towards the 6 ball maybe. Yeah, Raymond is a good player. He's pretty steady. Works very hard on his game. Let's see what he does here. Nope, he just elects to play the little 50-50 safety. Putting the one ball across the table and if you could play the cue ball to the second diamond, the object ball to the second diamond, at best you're typically going to give up a bank shot typically. And Wolford's going to do the 2-rail kick option here to try to create separation between the cue ball and the one ball and send the one ball down table. He didn't quite hit it the way he wants, but it worked out for him. These balls are going to be tied up here. Here's a shot I like here, guys. I would shoot the one straight into the 5 ball, like cut it directly into the 5 ball with right-hand spin, go down to that top rail there, and then use the 2 and 9 as blockers. That's the shot that I like here. Let's see. We got a guest popping in. Can you hear me, Damien? Well, maybe not. Can you hear me, Damien?
I can hear you.
Awesome. Are you able to see the screen?
I am able to see the screen.
Well, we're lucky to be joined by the owner of Jam Up Apparel, Damien Panic. How are you, Damien?
Good, man. Good. Fun. I'm glad to be on here with you. I haven't commentated pool in a while, so.
Yeah. Have you been checking out the matches? It's been crazy, right?
Yeah. I mean, as much as I can, you know what I mean? I spend a good chunk of my day frozen behind a computer screen working or on the phone, so I haven't watched a ton, but I've definitely watched some. So
That's
I just
good.
got done. I had a little break, and I watched the video clip of you that you posted of the Evan Lunda killer match, and they got the juices flowing to want to get on here and commentate.
Yeah, that match was crazy.
Yeah. Guys like that can do that to you really quick.
Yeah. Well, he's playing on a different level right now, almost a different planet.
Yeah, full alien mode where he's just completely unconscious. Doesn't matter, like, when he gets down to the table, he can't do anything wrong. Like, he's got the Midas touch, right?
Yeah.
Every time you go to the table, everything is like perfect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we got a good matchup here, Damien. We have Shane Wolford, fresh off the Moscone Cup, against another good player from Florida, Raymond Linares. And Raymond's, a lot of people know him from popping on to podcasts and kind of giving his views, which are always very well thought out. But I don't know how many people have seen him play pool. He plays pool pretty well, too.
I think Raymond's a U.S. amateur champion.
Multiple time, I think.
Yeah. I think Fargo-wise, him and I are pretty similar to our Fargo speed, but he definitely plays a lot more pool than me, so he'd probably get me if we played. So, he's a good player. I mean, he's not a rookie, and like on paper, Shane Wolford's supposed to be the favorite, but like he doesn't have to win. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what I'd say.
Yeah, Raymond's a 704 Fargo.
Okay. Yep. He's right there. Good player. Good player for sure. So is this match just getting started? I'm sorry, I jumped on a couple minutes late. I had some technical difficulties, and I don't see us.
So here's the deal, Damien, just for you and everybody else out there. We pick up these streams coming in from Digital Pool. So sometimes I see a match posted on the Derby City thing, and it's not updated as quick as we'd hope. And when I get to the match, it's just underway. And so I'm not sure if it's the first game, but this does appear to be the first game because right before they broke the balls, they were still kind of getting settled in the background,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I believe this is the first game. That's a nice shot there on the 3.
That's a real nice shot. He's got himself an angle coming down here on the 6. I don't know. On this particular shot here, Joey, how do you like just kind of playing more towards the middle of the table? Leave yourself a little bit more angle. That way you don't want to come down below the 6, right? It's better to be above the 6 than below it. But, if you start coming down too far, you put too much speed on it, now the 7 can be in play. So I kind of just like popping this out to the center of the table and take a little bit tougher shot on the 6 to swing around 2 rails to come get on the 7.
Yeah, I agree. You even have room to get over closer to that other side pocket and still have a shot. But he elects to draw back, and it worked out great for him.
Okay. Yeah.
I know what you're saying, Damien. It was kind of a tweener, right? Do you draw back on the left side of the 6, or do you stun across? And you were electing to just keep it safe out to the middle. I kind of agreed with that. But Raymond, I guess, felt pretty dialed in. He could pull it back here and get an easier shot.
Yeah, I mean, essentially the shot he shot is kind of what I was thinking anyways. But, I mean, he just got a little closer to his work than what I had maybe commented. And, it's so easy to say things from here in the commentary box, right? But when you're on the table, like, you have that feel. If you're going to be able to get there or not get there. I think from like a percentages standpoint, how many times have you or I been in that spot there where we're trying to just get perfect like he did, and we overrun our ball, and then a game that we're supposed to win, we don't end up winning, and that one game comes back and can cost you the entire match in the long run. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
That's kind of like where my head goes on that. But when you're at the table, if you feel dialed in, you got to go with what you feel comfortable with.
It's funny. I just got a message, or actually in the chat, someone said, this is the funniest game of one pocket I've ever seen. I forgot to change the title. I forgot to say in the title it's 9-ball, but
yeah.
Sorry,
Has the one pocket finals already gone? Have we figured out who the finalists are yet?
I don't know. I'm trying to get updates from Molina. He's kind of my eyes and ears on the scene, and he just told me he's at Starbucks, and I happen to know that Starbucks is like 20 minutes away, so I doubt he knows. So
the answer is no.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well,
yes,
Raymond,
the answer is no.
Well, Raymond gets rack 1, and made it nice out there. His stroke kind of reminds me of FSR a little bit. I don't know. Do you feel that way?
I'm not sure. I haven't really noticed, but That's
just
really
the way how he kind of digs into the ball and his pace of his stroke. Just kind of, I'm not saying it looks just like FSR, but it's kind of FSR-ish to me. I don't know. Check it out. Tell me if you think I'm crazy or not. But
yeah, I don't know. I'll check it out.
Maybe FSR got his inspiration for pool from Raymond Linares. You know what I mean? And then.
Oh.
So how are things? It looks like you made a big career move, and like things are going good for you. And so you're still gonna have time to do Dogging It. Still time for the podcast.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, we have a pretty good system set up now. Melina does all the work, and I just show up every once in a while. So
it's a good system.
Yeah,
it's a good system. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's posting in the chat. Just giving an update. SVB and Federer in the finals. Federer still has a buyback. So.
Is the chat for this on Dogging It on Facebook?
You're not able to see it right now. I see a combined one, but yeah, if you wanted to, like on your phone or something, you could dial into the YouTube channel or the Facebook, and you'd be able to see half of the chat.
Gotcha, and that's on Dogging It.
Yeah, Windows open. Yeah,
Windows open. The most watched podcast in America now.
About pool.
About pool. Yeah, I think Joe Rogan still gives him a run for his money, right?
Yeah, totally. We got to get Joe on the show. I don't know if anybody knows Joe Rogan. Hook it up. I know. Yes, the Crypto lives in Austin. Maybe he can hook that up for us.
Yeah. There's you guys have done a great job with the podcast and growing it, and it got a little hairy for a minute with all the controversy and everything like that, but it's good for viewership, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, at the core of it, you guys are all about just promoting pool and promoting bringing awareness to the game. I think you guys have done a great job with it. I remember when you first started out, man.
Remember?
So
yeah,
I do remember.
It was just a guy in a dream and a microphone, and I called up Mike Davis and I said, "Hey, you got to do an interview with me." And he's like, "Oh, I feel fat lately. I don't know if I want to do it."
Yeah.
So.
Hey, I understand the guy with a dream here, man. I remember taking 50 shirts of just some really crappy T-shirts to a pool tournament, the regional pool tournament, and selling out of them, and like, I think I got something here. And
that's awesome.
Next thing you know, we're just all over the place here. Sorry, my dogs are barking there if anybody hears that.
No, that's cool, man. You have turned this into probably one of the most recognizable brands in pool, especially with regards to apparel.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work there, and very thankful for like all the pool players out there, and just doing what we do. I approach it the same. I mean me as a team, my team of people, we approach it with the same mindset we did come to our pool games. We try to get better every day, right?
That's awesome.
You have to work at it every day. Anyways, let's get back to pool.
What's going on here?
Let's talk about shirts.
So Raymond had an opportunity to pocket the 2-ball, and he did not. And it's kind of gone from bad to worse here because now Wolford's going to have a nice option here to get out. I kind of like hitting this with low right, Damien, and kind of drawing around that corner pocket and then tracking toward the red 3. How would you hit this?
I'm very comfortable with inside English, so I would go up forward with low or with high left there,
like that,
just like that. Yeah, it's really weird. I've always been one of those people that's really comfortable with shooting inside English. Some people are not very comfortable using inside. I am, and I'm even more so now that I'm using like these carbon fiber shafts that are just like zero deflection. It just makes the confidence level for those shots even higher. But
yeah.
Good one to have. This should be pretty routine here. We'll stop, pull it back, maybe 6 inches?
Yep.
Done it there. And he can go forward. He can stop. I mean, there's so many different ways he can just play this here, but it's just, I don't see any issues. Yeah. You run this 2 rails out and play 8 in the same corner, and you just go 1 rail up and play in the bottom left.
I'd have to see it. I think he's going to draw though. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird, Damien, is once you kind of learn all the shots. There's certain days, it's kind of like a golfer, I think, where certain clubs feel better to you. Certain shots that feel better to you. It's like some days it's like I feel like I draw every shot because I just feel like I'm really dialed in with the draw shot. And other days it's like, if I had to draw this ball 6 inches, I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah. I think, I mean, and a lot of that just comes from playing with, I mean, and the more you play, the more you're in the box, the more you're, battle tested, like the more your confidence level grows on all those things. Right. I mean, because like we all know how to do all those things, but I mean, the more you, like I said, the more you play, the more you're in there, your confidence level, goes up, and just inadvertently it goes down too, the less you play. So, right. Just like you said. So some days you feel like I need to draw this ball 6 inches and you can only get 1 or 2 where you draw it 6 feet. You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
I don't think Shane Wolford or Raymond's dealing with that right now though. So.
Yeah. No.
So.
Yeah, guys, I did dog the title. It says 1 pocket. This is not 1 pocket. This is 9 ball. We had just had that 1 pocket up there, and I just kept changing the names for probably the last 5 matches that we did. This is a 9 ball. I do apologize. I got a bunch of the old school 1 pocket players logging in, all pissed off, and the people waiting to see 9 ball are probably like not even clicking on it. Shane scratches in the corner pocket there. There's going to be an opportunity for Raymond. These balls look pretty good too, Damien.
Yeah, do they have to use the World 9 Ball Tour break format here? Is that what they're doing? Or
yes.
Is it? So they do have to use that format.
They do.
Okay. That changes things a lot because not everybody's used to that format. Like I would be so lost if I had to do that.
The first time I ever tried to break with that format, I couldn't make a ball. And recently, though, I went in the pool room and I practiced it a little bit because I'm trying to get a big match with Nick DeLeon coming up, playing 9 ball at his house. And I know Nick's going to have the break dialed in, so I'm going to need to break well to even have a chance. So I was able to pocket that corner ball quite a bit, or the ball on the side, but it does take practice.
Yeah. Do you see Matchroom eventually changing that and like taking away the cut break and making it so you have to like really pop the balls in order to, for it to be a legal break?
Actually, I don't. I think I really love the format right now because I feel like we're getting such a diversity of table layouts and, we're seeing a lot of defense, a lot of offense mixed in. So with a few exceptions, right? That little co-match at the U.S. Open where he just whitewashed Aloysius Yap. But for the most part, you're seeing players like Shane and Filler, they'll break the balls. They'll be stuck down on the bottom rail and have to come with either a great shot or decide what they want to do.
Yeah.
He felt a little funny on this ball.
Yeah. Yeah. I had a little glitch on my screen. I'm having a hard time differentiating the cue ball and the 9 ball in the middle. Which one's which?
Then it's closer to the 8 ball as the cue ball. He's going to have to. I'm a little concerned that if he tries to wheel around the table, the cue ball could run into the 6 here. If he tries to draw straight back as it deflects to the side, it has a chance to scratch in the side pocket. If he tries to stun over and open it up with left-hand spin, he's flirting with the 7 and the 8. Let's see how he plays this.
He's stunning over with the left-hand English.
Okay, he brought it out. He played your shot from a couple racks ago where it's just like bring it out to the center of the table and give yourself a chance. I like that.
Yeah. Now here's a little decision maker here, but I like on this shot straight center ball. Like if you know the wagon wheel system, or the clock system, you kind of know where the cue ball is going to come off, right? Which the tangent line of the cue ball is going to come off the rail. I like hitting this ball with straight 12 o'clock, cutting it thin, coming straight down between the 8 and the 9, hit the bottom rail and come back up. So I like going 2 rails.
Yeah, I like that too.
Back up to the 6 here.
I feel like you have more of a margin for error coming 2 rails.
Yeah.
He missed it though.
So just like that. That's the 2 rails I was talking about. Just like that. She missed it, but he played safe. Shane has to spin around this, I think, or no? Doesn't look like it.
Yes, he did. He had to rail first it and ends up leaving a shot because he almost corner hooked him on the side. That would have been miserable for Raymond. This
one here is, I mean, this is a little trickier than it looks. I mean, yeah, it's easy to pocket the ball, but you have to kind of thread the needle with a cue ball. You know, the natural angle for the cue ball on this is wanting to go towards the 8, right? And you need to go between the 8 and the 9, so you have to manipulate your cue ball a little bit. And then now you got to control your speed. So it's touchier than it actually looks. But I mean, I'm sure he'll be fine on this. But
yeah, I
it's
think
just one of those ones you got to pay attention to, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Definitely. When the ball's sitting in a hole like this, speed and angle is critically important, right? And he hit it real nice.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many friends of mine that I have that play like in that 600 to 650 speed where I've left them shots like that in tournaments, right? And they still don't get there. You know what I mean? And it's because they take those little things for granted, like what we're saying. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I feel like that's the difference between like a 650 and a 700 player when it comes to like your Fargo comparisons. Just those little things right there like that.
That's one of the differences for sure. It's like taking for granted those shots. And, you know, guys like you've experienced it enough where you did take that shot for granted that, you know, you can't take it for granted anymore.
There's no better teacher than pain, right? Than losing a match. You feel like you're supposed to win.
Yep.
He hit that 6 ball really nice. Real nice.
Yeah, he did. He's in good shape here.
Yeah, I like just stopping it and either just going one rail down and back or popping out 2 rails towards the center. Looks like he might even just play the 9 in the side pocket.
Yeah, that's what I do. These are standard diamonds, 4.5-inch pockets. It's nothing like the crazy, you know, super tight 4-inch corners that you see at like the Matchroom events. So these side pockets are available for a lot of different options.
That's good because those ones look stupid.
They're super tight. I mean,
it doesn't even look fun to me. Like even when I was in like the deadest of stroke that I've ever been in, like I think I'd still be torturing myself on those tables there. It's just amazing to me on how high the level of play is today because you got guys like Filler who just make those, 2-inch pockets look like freaking oceans. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They just don't miss. But yeah, I mean, those side pockets, when they first released the width of those side pockets, I couldn't believe how.
Well, you saw in the Moscone Cup 2 years ago, Earl Strickland was basically straight in the side and elected to go for the corner instead. Like avoiding that side pocket. At one point while I was coming up playing, I just started to miss balls in the side. And it was happening with too frequently for my liking. And I rolled out balls for about 5 hours one day, and I just started firing them in the side pocket from all kinds of angles. And the theory that I kind of think about is if a shot is if it meets the laws of physics and it's possible, then it'll go. And that's sometimes when I get a really hard shot, like a thin cut into the side or something like that. You just say, hey, is this physically possible? Yes. Then if you hit it the right way, it will go. And so I fired balls in the side for like 5 hours, Damien. And then I just did that for the next 5-6 weeks. And it's amazing what that'll do for your confidence. It's like from then on, I felt like, hey, I'll never miss a ball on the side again.
Yeah. I mean, you probably had to have hit it. I mean, 5 hours, you're probably hitting like 2,000 balls in that side pocket a day.
Yeah.
For 5 weeks, you should be whizzing them in with no issues by the end of that time.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like anything in life. If you practice it, you'll feel comfortable. Yeah. This is an awkward little shot here. He's only got half the pocket to make this one ball, unless he chooses to intentionally hit the long rail here and let the 6 help it in.
Yeah.
Now he fired it right in.
Well, when you're Shane Wolford and dead stroke on the Moscone Cup, whatever, right? He's, just got to back this ball up about a foot here, and then he should be out. The only thing I see is 4 to the 5, right? Where's he going to play that 5 ball?
Yeah.
I think you want to get down table and either play it in the lower pocket down there, same pocket as the 4. But how's he going to get there?
I kind of like, you see where the position of the 7 ball is? If you have that angle on the 4 ball, then you can It came over a little further, makes it a little. He's got to do a little more work here, but I like it where the 7 ball was. I could have went 2 rails and out to the 5.
I'm thinking the 4 and the 7 are flipped. So that's how bad my eyes are, I guess.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So
yeah. He's in great shape here. He's going to get out.
I'm just glad that the 5 is orange, because I would be getting everything wrong right now. They're using that purple 5 ball.
Yeah,
I'd be dogging it, pun intended. Yeah,
it's a little hard to see on the stream, but this is an end table. It's over on the side, and they're getting a ton of foot traffic walking up and down right outside that barrier there.
Yeah, last year when I was there, I played a match on this same table.
Oh, really?
Or at least same table location. Yeah, and you do get a lot of foot traffic right there.
Yeah, this year it's table 11 is what they're calling it.
Last year, this first year I played Derby in my 25 years of playing pools. First time I went was last year. And I think I would have had a lot more fun if I would have gone in my 20s when I was playing a lot more pool.
He barely squeaked that ball in.
Oh yeah. He's good though. He's good. He got to do a little bit of work right here, but soon should be out. Routine. Yeah.
Damien, I'm curious that I know Wolford has been putting in overtime out there. He's played all the events, and then he's also matched up in at least 2 big sets with Chris Reinhold. I think he won the first one pretty easy, and then he lost the second one by a good margin. Just curious who you like in that matchup of those two. They seem to be pretty evenly matched.
I honestly, I agree with you. I think it's just I think pick the day, right? Yeah. I mean, honestly, well, I like Chris. I like his game. I think if they're both playing an equal amount of pool, I'd probably say it's like a dead heat between those two. But I think Wolford plays more pool than Chris does, and that matters, especially at this level. So right now, I'd probably tip the hat to Wolford, but like not by much. We're talking like small margin there. And Chris is definitely capable of doing what he did the other day again. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to just make a deciding, pick, but that's kind of how I would pick that.
This is a life or death choice, Damien. I need a final answer. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So this is interesting here. He's got a little cluster of balls in the middle, but they're all playable. Does he go aggressive here and bank the one, or does he play safe? It looks like he's playing safe. He's going to hit the point, but he got the cue ball behind the 5. There's no jump cues in this tournament. You would have to use your playing cue, and so obviously there's no chance of jumping that 5 ball with your playing cue. But Raymond does have a good kick opportunity here.
Yeah. Well, you mean you got to jump full table with a Mucci?
Yeah. You got to say it like him.
I'll pass. This is a fairly easy kick shot if you understand some basic diamond, which looks like he does. The biggest thing is just speed, right? Because speed alters your angle on how you kick this ball, right? And then so that's the only thing you have to be able to judge. But he'll get real close. I mean, it's right by the pocket. If he touches it, for the most part, it's going to go in.
Yeah, I guess the question would be, do you fire it with some speed so it can pocket the 1 and kind of go down table and around and come back for a shot on a 3? Or do you just try to really finesse it softly so that when you do pocket the 1, you're left with a shot on a 3?
I like that option. I like hitting it soft there and because you're on the 3. If he kicks it soft like there,
short.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came a little short on that ball, but he left it in kind of a weird spot.
Yeah, he'll get safe here. I see him jacking up, putting that 1 ball behind the 9 and bring the cue ball down table. Or that works too. That's probably better than my option there.
The prevailing thought I have about that shot right there, Damien, is that shot is probably a good shot against a 700 player that shot is not a good shot against an 800 player. So when,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when Wolford is playing in matchroom events or he's playing against the best in the world, they're going to find a way to reverse this on him in a bad way. So I don't know if he's just kind of, he was just thinking, just find some cover here and I'll be okay. I wonder if he would play that same shot at the U.S. Open playing Mario He.
Yeah. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. I mean, there's options to reverse it here. And like someone like our speed, right? That's 700 level player. Like we could probably do it half the time, but you get those 800 level players, they're going to do it like 8 out of 10 times.
Nice shot. Can it work? Oh, yeah. That's kind of the way I would have played that ball, and he left a peek at it.
Yeah, he's not going to like this. He's about to get put in jail here. So bank the one ball down towards the middle of the table and squeeze in behind the 8.
Yeah, I think that's the 4. It's a little tough to tell on your screen, I'm sure. Nice shot. Oh, it leaked.
It leaked.
We got a leaker.
I need to upgrade my MacBook so I can see the screen better.
Yeah, it's funny when we were doing bank pool in one pocket, it didn't necessarily matter as much the color of the balls. You just knew he'll bank that stripe or. But now it kind of matters.
Yeah. Yeah, this one here, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, you have to swerve around the 8 and the 7, hit the 1, and then like the likelihood of you selling out is very high, right? I don't see a kick safe option here because of where the 5 ball's at. What do you see? Do you see anything different?
See, I don't know if he can catch the 1 directly or if he's got a kick here.
I almost think kicking at it from the side rail is better because you can get more speed on it and possibly create separation. But it looks like he's going to try to swerve around it, and I don't think that's good because
if he can see the edge of it coming in, Damien, I like banking it cross corner with low left-hand English and kind of curling around this bottom left corner pocket and then sending the cue ball back up table. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you if you hit it full, you're running into that 5 for sure.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does.
Oh, that's not going to work though. Might keep him jacked up.
The whole jack up safe, right?
Yeah.
Pretty top your guy. This is a tester here. A working guy like me hates looking at shots like this.
Well, we've seen it all week that if they slow roll balls on these tables, which he didn't, nice shot. Very nice shot.
Really
but
nice
it
shot.
happened in the match with Shane and Federer playing one pocket where Shane rolls a ball up just to make contact with the ball, and it rolled off a good 5 inches.
Yeah, they're rolling off that bad, huh?
Yeah, a few of them, few tables and a few spots, and it's tough to set up 60 tables and make sure they're all level at any given time. So, we missed that ball.
There's no downtime on these tables, though. They're going 24/7. So, did he miss that ball?
Yes, he did.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, Raymond, you just got to get the ball out to the center of the table right here, buddy. So,
we were talking about that the other day, Damien, and if I could give a beginning player that's trying to learn how to play position advice, there's so many times in pool where you can say to yourself, if I can get to the center of the table, I'm fine.
Yep.
So set up different shots throughout the table and always work to get the cue ball back to the center of the table. That's one drill that I think would really benefit a lot of players out there.
For sure. I mean, it's the one that comes up every single game, multiple times a game. You know what I mean? Just controlling that cue ball, and it doesn't matter where your angles are. It seems like you always need to get back to the center of the table. So there's so many different ways you can set that up and practice that, that routine there. Like right here, he's got to get back to the center of the table, right?
Yeah.
So, how's he going to do that?
He'll either go 2 rails or stun across.
I think he's following down with inside.
Nah, 2.
No?
He's gone for the side pocket. I like that.
haven't
He'll
called
be
one
on the
right.
rail here, but it's not going to matter much because of the position of the 7 ball. Hey, Steven, this is Joey Ryan from Dogging It, and I'm joined by owner of Jam Up Apparel, Damian Pompanic.
What's up, Steven?
We play it. Damian and I play about the same speed, but I need the 8 for sure.
Lock up, you'll lock up, artist. I don't. I was going to say what every pool player says, except for I'm being truthful about it. I don't ever play anymore.
I haven't hit a ball in 6 months. Let's pull out all the cliches.
I know, right? Yeah. You know, it's weird though. Now that I work in the industry, in the pool industry, like I'm around pool more than I've been in the last, 15 years of my life. You know what I mean? But I play less. I play less than I did when I was like playing, or you know what I mean, or just when I had a regular job.
I know exactly what you mean, because same for me. This ball came shooting out of there quick.
Wow.
This is a lot more difficult than he would have hoped for.
Yeah. You know what? A little tip I like on this, a little pro tip. I like pocketing this ball with low outside English, even though you don't need that to pocket it. I think you're throwing the ball at the pocket with a wider angle.
Yep.
Using the outside English to do that. And for me personally, it's easier for me to sight the ball, versus doing this. But
he's not going to do this, it doesn't look. Well, he kind of did it, but I know what you mean, Damian. You'll see most pros are going to pocket that ball and with low left-hand spin, cup that opposite corner pocket and come out towards the middle of the table.
You know where I learned that from was I grew up watching Efren play in the 90s, right? And
yeah.
Efren always shot that way. He always would elect to use that low outside English when he just, for pure pocketing reasons on angles like that. That's exactly how he would do it every time. And it wasn't just Efren. Perica did that. All the Filipinos did it that way. And in the 90s, they were like, the Filipinos were by far the most dominant force of pool players in the world. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, guys. We got George Teashea jumping back in the booth. Wait,
hey,
maybe
George.
He's not ready. He wanted to surprise you, Damian, I think.
There's no surprise in me, George. There's no surprise in me.
I know these windows on the computer just show right up. But you were saying, sorry.
Yeah. We were just talking about the way how these how the Filipinos pocket that ball using low outside English, but you didn't see the shot, so it's probably irrelevant to you.
George, to break it down for you, George, Damian was comparing himself to the great Filipino players of yesteryears.
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
The only difference is that they don't sell Jam Up T-shirts, right?
Jam Up was not a thing back in the 90s. I can tell you. Jam Up was not a thing.
That is yours, right, Damian?
That is mine.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Well, it's part of mine. I've got a team of people, but yeah, I'm the founder of it. But yeah, now it's crazy. I got a huge deal working right now in Indonesia. It's like all over the place, man.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So I take it we have Shane Wolford and I don't see the scoreboard down. Yes, I do.
Raymond Linares.
Linares, that's right. You've had him on your show, on your podcast.
Yeah, I love Raymond. He's always got good takes, and he was fired up after the Moscone Cup, I'll tell you that.
He's pretty insightful.
What's the score here? I think Raymond's got 3.
Yeah, I got 3-2 Raymond. And again, that may or may not be correct. I think that's correct. I joined just after they were breaking the first rack, but I could kind of tell by the body language they were just getting underway. So I hope that is the score. Melina Mike's off at Starbucks somewhere, not even paying attention, so I don't have anybody to help me out here.
Joey, excuse me 1 second, okay? Go ahead, you guys.
I tried to get back in time, Joey. We stopped and ran into somebody at where we were at, and but I got the monitors, so our next match we should be all set, and you won't have to correct me on the ball colors and stuff.
Oh, no worries.
Ball numbers. No, I feel bad about that because I'm always calling the wrong ball, and doesn't sound real good.
Well, it's actually, thanks for doing that, George. I mean, I hope you have other uses for that monitor other than just.
I will. I definitely will. What's coming up, and that's why I can be fully equipped. And I've been thinking about getting it for a long time, and this just convinced me to go ahead and doing that.
Well, the prices of those monitors have come down too, so that helps.
Well,
So.
yeah, this was actually a pretty good deal. It was $50 off, so it worked out for me.
Nice. Yeah, so George, just kind of give you an update. Raymond takes the first game, tightened up a little in the second game, missed a couple shots. Shane missed a big shot last game when it was 2-2, and Raymond got out from there. So, the more that Shane lets Raymond hang around here, I think the more he might end up having a problem, because Raymond's a 700 player. He can get out, and he can play some good pool when he gets heated up. So
yeah. On these one pocket matches, if you don't put them away when you have the chance, they have a tendency of coming back to making you regret it.
Oh, this is actually 9-ball, George. Sorry.
Oh, oops. Okay.
I messed up on the title when I published it.
Ah.
Everybody's been giving me a hard time, telling me it's the weirdest one pocket match they've ever seen.
You're dogging it. Nobody's dogging it here.
Yeah.
I've played 9-ball one pocket before.
My wife and I went out to lunch, and I was telling her that probably, he overcuts this ball, and it's going to sell out a shot.
He tried to do too much with the cue ball.
And I was telling her that one of the best decisions I ever made in my life was suggesting to Melina Mike that we call the podcast Dogging It, because it gives us we always have an excuse, right? If we screw up, we're dogging it. That's why we called it.
Well, you can get so much play out of it too.
Yep.
It just it's right for the pool world.
Yeah. Well, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but if you don't put out good content, nobody's going to listen to it, right? You can come up with the most amazing name ever. So, you guys have done good there.
Thank you.
Mainly you. Melina, I don't know about Melina. You know what I mean?
Jury's still out on him.
Jury's still out on Melina. Hopefully he's not listening.
He's rather outspoken, and that's a good thing.
I'm just joking. I love Mike. Mike's.
I'm sure Joey's heard this before. It's like good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
There's another. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say I like the option he did there. Like, I think my younger years I would have tried to draw back there, stun it in, draw back, and then I end up missing the 6 and wondering what the heck did I do there, right?
Yeah.
Or you get behind the 9.
Yeah. Yeah. So is it about to go 3-3?
It is.
3-3 now? Is it still a race to 7 there in Derby City?
9.
Race to 9? Okay. I remember last year like I said, last year was the first year I went. And I actually didn't do too bad. I mean, I won a few matches in the one pocket. I lost to Shabib, the guy who took second in the banks. He just did a Joshua Filler thing on me. Just, you know what I mean? Just ran out every rack. You know what I mean? Banked a ball in from India, and then ran out. And then I played Evan Lunda, put me out of the tournament there. But I'm really proud of myself because I went case ball with Evan Lunda every game. He beat me 3-0, but every game went down to case ball.
Wow.
So I was pretty proud of that, although I didn't get very far in the tournament. Then I won my first 2 matches in the 9-ball, and then I had to turn around and go home, so I had to forfeit out, which kind of sucked. So that was my only Derby experience that I've ever had in my 25 years of playing.
Yeah, I've never made it to the event. And after commentating so much of it this year, I feel like I want to go. I want to play.
Yeah. It's fun. It's it's like it has that feel of like if you grew up in the pool halls, right? If you grew up in pool versus, so many people these days who play pool do not start in that environment there. It's got that nostalgic pool hall on the rail type feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's definitely different than what you see for the most part in pool today. So it's one of those ones that if you especially been playing pool for a long time, you have to go and experience, right?
Yeah, someone's asking what does down to the case ball mean in one pocket. it's first one to make 8 balls. So if you're down to the case ball, it would be 7-7 and kind of shooting that last ball. Now, keep in mind, one pocket's a big gambling game. So oftentimes you'll see a staggered race, 9-6, 8-7, things like that. And so that case ball might be a little different in that scenario. Nice safety here by Raymond.
Yeah, he hit that really nice.
Yeah, when there's a handicap involved, everything changes.
Yeah. Do you hit this with some pace, Joey, and see what happens? Just go for the best, or you try to hit it, and it looks like that's exactly what he's doing. He's not going to like that.
I wouldn't have done that. I'm just kidding.
You should pull Shane aside after the match and be like, Shane, what were you thinking?
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to answer you, Damien, and say that I would have. So I look at one of the things that I think about my game is kicking safe. I think I've improved on that quite a bit. So I think I would have just tried to kick it up past the position. I think it was a 6 ball over there. And you kind of had a built-in safety right there. I can see the benefit of trying to kick hard, create separation between the balls. But it goes back to that thing I said before, where if a shot is physically possible, if you hit it the right way, you'll execute it. Mm-hmm. And so if I could have just kicked that a little softer and pushed the one down towards that top left corner pocket, you had some blockers there. I might have tried that.
Speaking of blockers, look at this guy in front of the camera.
Yeah. He reminds me a little bit of that guy up by you, Daniel.
Oh, Sardantilio?
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel. He's really improved a lot. He's really improved a lot.
I really enjoyed meeting him. I thought he was a very well-mannered, respectful kid and a great player.
Yeah, he's one of the good ones. So I've watched him grow up around pool, and I remember the first time that he came close to beating me in a tournament, and he's like, oh, I'm still there. And then I took a little bit of layoff from pool and come back, and he's just beating everybody. And so, yeah, he's going to be one to watch for sure. Sneak up on you though. He loves. He's got the Filipino gene in him where he likes to make good games when he matches up.
Oh, really?
So that's the classic Filipino genetic that comes with being a Filipino, right? You make good games when you match up playing pool.
Yeah, I think maybe the best path to get to the 7 ball is kind of drawing. He's going to go high. He's going to go high, but I would draw with low left and then have it come open up off this rail. But he's going to go straight high, I think. A little bit of inside, yeah.
Oh, he used a little bit more than a little bit of inside. I thought he was going to come straight up on the left side, but he really opened it up. Good job.
I just like going straight up and down here. Pocket this ball with center follow, coming straight down. Even if you don't make it to the bottom rail, again, even if you got to the center table, you're good. You're good here.
Yeah, I totally agree, Damien. Anything but going behind the 9.
Yeah. I don't think there's any chance of him going behind the 9 here at all. But we'll see. I've seen funnier things happen. Nicely struck. The key to that shot, and I think is just staying down, staying through the ball. I've noticed that when I don't play a lot of pool and I come back, I jump up a lot, right? And I think that's probably the biggest reason why people miss those shots there. They don't stay still as they're going through the ball. Those types of shots in particular.
Yeah. Well, Raymond's going to take a 4-3 lead here. He's almost at the halfway mark. And he's hanging in there. He hasn't played his best pool, but he does have the lead here once he pockets this 9 ball.
Yeah.
Straight in.
Nice shot.
For
nice
the lead.
Shot.
Yeah.
How much do you think this hi Tyler, how you doing, buddy? How much do you think this break format is equalizing things out for these guys?
I think it's great. I said before, I really love it. I think it It creates a situation where you don't get the same patterns over and over again. It's really a skill shot now rather than just a power shot. And I do think it equalizes things in a lot of ways.
Yeah. It just go ahead, George.
I agree, Joey. The one thing with having the 9-ball on the spot is the way they're cutting the cue ball back into it going across. It does make for less control of the cue ball, though. That's the only thing I don't like about this break format.
Yeah.
Is the way they use it. Before, with the 1 ball on the spot, you break and you try to hold the cue ball like right in the center there. And now they're coming off the side. He should be coming off the left side and back into the stack. Is how they usually break this.
The problem, George, is before this, they got too good at controlling that cue ball and pocketing a ball every single time. Although, look at this break. This is a nice break. There's a problem with the 7-9 that he'll have to deal with eventually, but he's straight in on a 2 on the side. Lines right up to the 3. 4's out in the open 5. I don't see any problems until he gets down to that 7-9. So we'll see what he does here if he chooses to try to nudge those balls at some point in this run out.
Is that the 4 by the 6?
Yes.
So if the 4 by the 6 there, he could go forward just a little bit and try to come into the 7-9 from the 3, since he doesn't have to really do much to get onto the 4 from there.
Yeah.
He could go at it early. Otherwise, he's got to go into it from the 5.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, I think he could end up with a shot like where the cue ball is now on the 6, and then kind of spin the ball around 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 rails and get underneath the 7 and shoot it up in this corner, top left corner pocket or bottom left to us.
Yeah.
I like coming into the 7 right now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I don't love it, to be honest, because
just make sure you're on the right side. So if you do miss it, you're okay. But I don't like going on that side of it at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like hooking myself behind the 5.
I would have just brought it straight up from the bottom rail and tried to nibble the right side of the 7.
You just need to open it. You just need to open. You don't need to. You don't need to really rearrange the furniture at all.
And then you've got a pretty good shot on the 4. But it wasn't risk. It wasn't risk free. So
I think he's depending on where he gets on the 5. We'll tell him.
Going at the 7 from the 5 means you're not going to have good shape on the 6.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends. If he gets in good position on the 5, where he's like almost straight, he could just run and bump the 9, and then basically shoot the 6 from where the 9 ball's at now.
That's
which
not
he's
good position, and he's on the wrong side of the 5. Or is he?
He is, to do what I just said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to have to go into this. He's going to either have to get below it from the 6 ball, or he's going to have to go into it from the 6. There's just not a whole lot of option. And it looks like he's going to try to get below it. There's a couple paths for him to get down there and get below it. I think
if he has any angle at all, Damien, he could kind of, stun into it, and take that shot you suggested.
I think he's on the wrong side to do that, though.
Yeah, he does, but it looks like he might have some kind of a little angle, but I guess not. No, he's coming straight back.
Yeah. So my prediction is that he's going to go. He's going to come down, going to try to miss the side pocket right where his cue's at there, and come in below the 9 and the 7 and try to shoot the 7 ball in the upper corner pocket.
There you go. That'll work.
Yeah.
That's pinpoint speed, but yeah.
He could also try to come down into these balls. It's kind of natural.
He is looking at that as an option there. We'll see what he does. This is, yeah. See, I think the highest. I think the shot with the highest, or with the lowest margin of error is to just avoid trying to go into the balls and come down behind the 7.
As I look at this, he wouldn't be bad off banking the 6 ball just to the right of the 7, trying to lay it on the bottom rail and the cue ball on the rail on this side of the table.
I'm going to disagree with that, George.
Okay.
I'll defer to you on one pocket, but you got to be aggressive here.
I just don't like going after it like this.
You don't like being perfect on the 7?
Because
that's what he is.
Yeah, because then I'd be embarrassed when I miss a straight in shot.
Okay.
But yeah, he played that perfect. But that I think for some players, that wouldn't be a bad option.
I tell you
I was
what,
just trying to.
That was a beautiful shot. He just said
It was. He hit that fantastic. A lot of confidence there with just getting that speed dialed in perfect. That was great.
Yeah, see, Joey, I don't play that good, so that's why I would have had to play the safety.
Well, it's something when you watch the higher level pros, which I've done quite a bit of lately. You notice that they're a lot more aggressive than you think they would be.
He might be playing defensive here and sticking behind the 9.
No.
Oh no! Oh, it looked like he was digging into the ball a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But yeah, it's with the top players in the world, when you're watching them, when it's go time, it is go time. Now, if they're between a safe and being aggressive, they're going to be aggressive almost every time. That's one thing that I've really noticed lately watching them play and thinking about what separates them from the 740 player. What separates the 810 player from the 740 player? Well, that's it. They're super aggressive. When they have a chance to get out, they get out.
Right.
Totally agree.
I remember Lou Terra watching one of my matches when I was younger, and I played safe hill when I could have gone at the ball, and he was just said, pulled me aside and he goes, if I'm going down, I'm going down swinging, right? And now that I watch so many of these pros play now in this modern age of pool, and that's really the mindset they'll have, exactly what you said. If they have to outweigh the safe versus going aggressive, most of the time they're going pretty aggressive.
I mean, how many times do you get tortured when you play a safe, when you could have ran out, you would have had to take on a little tough shot, but you play safe, and then somebody kicks a ball in on you, or kick caroms a ball, or it's ridiculous how often that happens. It looks like Raymond's taking a break here. I had a scenario where I was playing a great player out of Illinois, Jeff Sargent, out at the APA. Wasn't the singles? It was a team event, and our team was playing his team, and we were on 2. So I think if I won that, our team would have won the match. And it's hill, and I have 6 stripes on the table, and he's got the 8 ball. And so I'm just ducking. And he ends up making one of the most amazing shots you'll ever see. I just felt so empty inside because, I played safe like 2 or 3 times when I could have easily gone for a run out, just trying to bide my time. And then afterwards, his whole team comes up and they're congratulating me for losing because they're like, wow, you almost beat him. And I was like, I know who he is and I should have beat him and I'm pissed.
Yeah, it's... I've just been so many times where I've had that same exact scenario, and then you're replaying the thought in your head later that night. Should I just gone for it? And, so I kind of have a rule now. When it's a 50-50 or it's slightly tilted versus safety versus going aggressive, I always go aggressive now.
Yeah.
I don't want to have any regrets that I did the wrong thing when it's all said and done. Give myself a chance to win, I guess, right?
Yeah. So Raymond is up 5-3, and he's headed for a break, taking a little break, which I really like that he did it on his turn prior to his break. It's one of my pet peeves. You run out of table, you're getting ready to rack them up, and your opponent's like, I'm going to take a break. No, please wait till your turn. Thank you.
Well, Joey, in a case like that, you're not required to wait for him.
Yeah, but, and this kind of goes to the biggest thing ever for me, George. It's when somebody runs away to the bathroom in the middle of you shooting and says, just go ahead and play. And I think it has something to do with my conscience. I cannot have peace shooting the balls knowing that my opponent isn't there, wondering if they're going to come back and think that I cheated or whatever. So I've always had that where I will literally sit down and wait for them to get back from the bathroom before I'll go ahead with my turn.
I totally agree. It's a shark. I think that's a shark move. That's a conscious effort by him to get your mind thinking somewhere else, to make you feel like, hey, this guy's not going to be not going to watch me beat him, or whatever it is your thinking is.
Yep.
Yep, I do. I've actually had that happen, and I dogged a 9-ball.
Yep.
The guy just turned around and walked away.
Isn't right where the table are located? Isn't the tournament board, the bad boys booth, like directly behind them, right out there to the right?
Yes, I believe so, because on a view that I have that you guys can't totally see, there's a projection screen back there with all the matches for the round.
Gotcha.
Raymond just returned now, and he's getting set up. By the way, as another kind of point there, I probably would have left with Raymond and kind of taken a minute if I were Shane, rather than just sitting there. It's kind of, I don't know, I just feel like get away from the environment for a minute, get some fresh air or whatever, and then come back and be ready to go, rather than just sitting in the chair and stewing.
Yeah. See what he does here on this break. See if he could break him as good as he did last game.
He's been breaking well. He really has.
Yeah. I didn't pay attention to where the 1 ball went last game. Did it go on the side?
I believe it did. Yes.
Oh, he missed the 1 there.
6. Got the 6 in the side. He's not going to have an offensive shot, though. He's going to probably push out.
Yeah. Where you like to push out here, Joey?
I think I'm going to push out, with the score. So I think there's times where the score dictates what you do. I wouldn't be opposed to pushing out somewhere by that top left corner pocket and leaving a really difficult cut shot on the 1. Just because you're up 2 games, the pressure's on Shane. He'll have to shoot at it. It's not an easy shot to hold position on. But if he gives it back to you, now you really have a chance to seize control of this match.
Yeah, you want to let him see that much daylight, huh?
Yeah, with the score the way it is. If the score were 3-3, no, I would not push to there. I would probably push straight down the center of the table and just leave half of the 1 ball sticking out to where he has to play safe.
Yeah.
Let's see, I actually would like to push out to the right side of the table, right to about the middle diamond on the back part of it, giving him just enough to cut it if he wants to. But I'm probably going to kick it and try to hold the cue ball between the 2-3 and kick the 1 ball to the left side so you catch that rail and it slides down by the 9.
Play a little kick safe, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was thinking kick safe as well.
If he can go between the 2-3 here, I don't think he can, but he looks if he can,
it's tight. He's going to push the 3 someplace.
He's either shooting the wrong ball or he's pushing. Uh-oh. Well, he'll be shooting this again.
Yeah, he will. You can't use a jump cue either.
See, I bet he wish he would have hit my shot now.
I think he'd rather hit either one of our shots. What was he doing shooting the 3 ball?
Well, I think he had an idea to kind of back the cue ball up. I think he thought, let's move the 3 so it doesn't cause any problems later. Mm-hmm. And get the cue ball down to the center diamond on that top rail. But I would have said, because looking at the position of the 2 and 3, it's a little delayed on my screen on this other view I have. It really wasn't a problem. The 2 went in both corner pockets. I think he just should have putted the cue ball down towards that center diamond.
I totally agree. Anything would have been better than what he did. I didn't understand what he was doing with, because both balls were close and you could use them.
That's a very nice shot. Is it going to pay off?
No.
He got a little unfortunate there that he clipped the 3. He made a nice 2-rail kick though.
Is he below it enough that he can avoid running into the 3, or is he going to hit it and go 2 rails with inside?
He's going to go with inside. He might still hit the 3 though, like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Good shot.
Yeah, I love that shot.
It's pretty sexy.
It's a fun shot to shoot. Nice. I have a feeling he was going to draw straight up like that. Play the 5 in the side.
Yep.
Was that the 4 down there? Is that the 4?
Yeah, the 4 is right next to the cue ball.
Are Shane and Federer playing again?
That's the finals of the one pocket, George.
Oh, wow.
Let me see if Melina's back from Starbucks yet.
So who defeated Filler the second time?
Shane.
Okay. So then it was Shane Federer that we watched, and Federer won, and then Shane had to play Filler, and then now
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Twice.
I bought the AccuStats. I can tell you the score. Hold on.
Well, the first time it was Hill, and Shane won.
Let's see. Wait, Shane and Federer was Hill?
No, Shane and Filler.
Yeah, so it's Shane and Federer in the finals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I gotta mute it. Okay, I'm looking at it right now. Shane is up 2-0 in games right now.
Dave Conray says that Federer beat Filler 3-0.
The second time.
Oh, okay. That's what it was then. And Wolford just drew one back, so now he's only down by 1.
Bit of a missed opportunity there for Raymond.
Raymond, yeah.
Joe, excuse me for 1 second.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times when a player does something like what Raymond did with that 3 ball, you can put rhyme and reason to it as to what he was doing and why. I still can't figure out what he was attempting to do there.
So I haven't seen Raymond play all that often, but I have seen some of the things that he's posted. Different shots he's elected to shoot, like times where most people, like where you can get in and hit a ball and see a ball, but instead he elects to kick. Things like that. That he's just not 100% orthodox in the way that he chooses to shoot shots sometimes.
Okay, and that was very likely. That was very evident in that shot. Yeah. Not putting it down, just didn't understand it. That's all.
No, I gotcha. Guys, that's the AccuStats up there. We're not going to keep that up there. We can't do it. But make sure to purchase the AccuStats pay-per-view. You'll be able to see the rest of that match with Shane and Federer. You'll also be able to catch all the 9-ball once it gets down to the nitty-gritty.
I don't mind that push out at all.
Well, I think Raymond thinks that the rule of push out is you have to shoot into the 3-ball.
He did it again. That could be.
Yeah,
Red means push.
Yeah, there's a couple options here. I mean, he could bank the 1 down there and try to go behind that
8 ball.
The 8 ball. Yeah, try to go behind the 8, but it's really close to the 8, so like you have to hit it perfect. Other option is cut into it and leave the cue ball or leave the 1 ball by the 8 and bring the cue ball down there behind the 3, but I don't like that. It leaves the 1 ball too close to the pocket.
Yeah.
So I almost feel like the shot is you have to bank the 1 ball down table and try to go in behind the 8.
Yeah, and even if you don't get behind the 8, if you play 1 ball, right, and this is a good thing for amateur players out there. Sometimes if you just focus on one of those balls, right? So yeah, you could finesse the cue ball behind the 8, and then it's beautiful. It's a great lockup safe, but it's also risky. You could clip the 8 coming in. So rather than that, in this case, just get your speed right and your angle right on your 1 ball, and leave it down past where the cue ball is right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Really important. Make sure you miss the 8 ball with the cue ball. That's really important. Nice shot.
He elected it for the second option, and it's going to leave a shot, I think.
I kind of like that option right there because he had 3 balls to get behind.
Yeah, but
he just didn't. He hit it too thick.
Leave the one too close to the pocket.
Yeah. I do. I do agree with that. It's just you don't want to leave it there.
Yeah.
But
you hit that ball fantastic. Do you like popping it out, Joey, and playing the 3 in the side pocket?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'd probably do here. He didn't stun enough.
Yeah, he kind of hit the 50-yard line here.
Yes, he did.
Well, he can. Yeah, I was going to say he's going to go across the table.
It's well played.
Yeah. Now he's got to thread the needle, miss the 7, and miss. Got to draw it, miss the 7, and then miss the 8. Then he should be good. Yeah, nice shot.
He doesn't really have enough angle here. He would have wanted a little more angle so he could stun across the table and shoot the 6 in the bottom right. Now he's looking at having to draw back, and this one, if he doesn't hit it pure, could get a little funny. It could track towards the 8 ball.
Yeah.
So he kind of punched it in between.
Yeah, exactly what you said, because he's flat on an angle, so he has to create an angle now by hitting it harder. Now your accuracy goes down significantly. But I mean, this is a tester for Raymond. He's got to pocket this ball and draw it straight back. Let's see how straight he's stroking him.
It's a big tester, and you know what, Damien? It looks like he has to slightly cut the ball to the left, which means the cue ball, even drawing back, is going to track towards the 7, maybe the 8. So he might even want to come with high inside and come out towards the side pocket and at least give himself a chance. Because I'm telling you, with this angle, it does not look like he can draw straight back and stay to the left of the 7.
Yeah, it does look like does have a little bit of an angle to pocket it. He has to cut it to the left a little bit.
Let's see. He is going low.
Yeah. Other option is force it into the rail with draw and then, create an angle, but it's so far away.
Oh, he did have it.
Wow.
Beautiful shot.
Wow, how'd he hit it?
Yeah, he did have the ability to draw straight back, obviously.
Yeah. Looks like he's got a little angle that he can go forward with some inside and come 2 rails back out around and either shoot the 7 in the lower right-hand corner.
Yeah, Tanner, the Federer match is pay-per-view. It's on AccuStats. Can't really stream that for you. Sorry, buddy. We did stream one earlier. You'll want to check out Federer against Shane. Federer played amazing in that match. He's going to be perfect on the 7 ball.
I think he's on the wrong side of it.
I think he's okay. I think he can draw straight back, and yeah, it's not ideal, but
I think he's got to go forward and around the 9.
No.
From the angle he's at. You don't think so?
No.
I can't fully tell.
It's hard to tell. I think we'll see. The problem,
it looks like he's on the wrong side of the ball.
The problem going forward is it's not even really enough angle going forward around the 9. So let's see what happens here. About the best he can do there, I think. Good shot.
Yeah. I knew
you were right. Yeah,
look at that angle. I just see Blaine Baracus. Blaine Barcus. Did I say that right? Blaine Barcus is that's a good player. Good player right there for sure.
Where is he in the chat?
I just saw the thing. Blaine's watching.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Blaine was commentating with us yesterday. Today he was out assembling a table, I think. So
Yeah.
wasn't able to pop in.
Him and I were conversing a little bit in a thread talking about Ultimate Pool. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah, he's pretty knowledgeable.
Yeah, he's a good player out of the Houston area.
Yeah. All right, one rail down, straight up and down.
This is a big shot for Raymond right here.
Yes. Don't go too far.
Nope, he's fine. Beautiful.
Nice shot.
You could tell he really bared down. Just from the demeanor of the two players in this match, I'm just going to make an observation that Shane Wolford just doesn't seem to be totally into this match.
It looks like he's got his head down over there with looking at his cell phone.
But you know what I mean? Even when he's playing, he seems a little nonchalant.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to be the same focused player that we've seen on like the World 9-Ball Tour.
I mean, for Raymond, this is a big name for him to take out right here, right? So he's giving it all, and he's doing great. I haven't seen Raymond really make any like critical mistakes. He's stayed really well composed throughout this match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, before you joined, he missed a couple shots where he was just kind of getting settled in. And then that one push where he tried to draw off the 3-ball was a little bit of a mistake that cost him a game. But Shane hasn't been able to punish him and put multiple games together.
Yeah. It can happen, though. I mean, the format allows for it. So are we at 6-4 now?
Yep.
Pay attention to that one ball. He barely missed the one on the side on the last break. Been watching to see where it goes, to see if it goes low or goes high, if it goes right in. It's going low.
Yeah, came up dry.
Looks like Shane might be a little frustrated, just jumping down the ball like that real quick.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not what we're used to seeing out of him lately.
Yeah.
But like somebody said in the chat, he's probably exhausted. It's probably been 6-7 days of just nonstop pool. He's had those big action matches late at night with Chris Reinhold racing to 40, I think, or 30.
Yeah.
It takes its toll.
Yeah, this is ultimate Ironman pool for sure, especially playing all the events. I mean, and to keep that level of focus the whole time on top of just the physical aspect of playing for, 12 hours a day, every day. So it takes a lot on you.
Yeah. This is a tough spot here for Raymond, though.
Super tough. So he's looking to cross the one and bring the cue ball down bottom rail and come straight back up right where his finger was.
Yeah.
He's jacked up over this 5-ball. That makes it super tough. And then you got to be careful too to not sell a 1-9 combination. So it was kind of touchy all the way around.
Little safety play there.
Yeah, it's going to turn out pretty good.
Yeah. He's going to like that. And Shane's just going to try to cut this ball thin and bring the cue ball down 2 rails behind these balls down table here. But he's jacked up over a ball himself, so this is tough. But luckily the 1 ball's not going anywhere if he just runs into those balls. Oh, he missed him.
Well, he got safe. He got real safe. I don't know if Raymond can get to the bottom rail to kick underneath this ball. I think he's going to have to come off the side rail or 2 rails.
Yeah. If he comes in 2 rails, he's going to have to dig into it and kind of swerve the angle a little bit to, because he doesn't naturally have the right angle there. think one rail's good. I think he can go right above the side pocket. He's looking at the 2-rail option. What I like about the 2-rail is if you hit it on the bottom side, the cue ball is going to stay down there. The 1 ball is going to go up. If it misses the 3, you're pretty much going to get safe. That 1 ball is going to go down table toward the 5, right? And you create a distance between the 2 balls there. It's about the best you can hope for in a situation like this.
Yeah, that's why you see a lot of the top pros kicking 2 rails at balls in big competitions, because you create that separation that you might not get when you're kicking 1 rail.
Right. Totally agree.
I like the 2-rail kick here. I think he just measured it pretty well.
I initially thought that he was hooked behind this ball he's right next to, but it's not, so he doesn't have to swerve it.
I don't want to put the jinx on him. Okay, so I won't. Okay. I was going to say, from what we've seen so far, he's a very good kicker of the balls. But he didn't attempt to change the angle on that, which you had alluded to earlier, Damien. It was kind of going to open up on him.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to. I mean, from where I was looking at, it's looking like the angle is too flat to. You had to put a little swerve on it in order to make that happen.
So let's see if Wolford can run these balls and then break and run a rack to kind of get back into this. So far, he's yet to be able to string multiple racks together.
You hit that ball nice. He should be out here. I don't see any issues with getting out here.
Yeah, he's got that big draw stroke for this shot. No, he's just going to stop it. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I thought the 5 ball was next.
Yeah. You just want to keep the 7 out of your life, and you're good. But he draws it. A little bit of draw shouldn't be an issue. Yep. I told you that 7 ball, you want to keep that ball out of your life.
Yeah. See, he guarded against getting straight in because he can't afford to do that either. But he didn't guard against this.
See, like that's why, like, on those shots there, like, my preference would be to go a little higher and still take a tougher cut on the 5 versus trying to get perfect.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Yeah. Okay, Joey.
I feel like that 7 ball is just a huge ball right there.
Either that or go into the 7.
Yeah, the downside of going into the 7 is you could not leave yourself a good angle.
Exactly. No, I get it, but I'd rather go into the 7 than find myself where he just found himself.
He's not going to like this.
Oh, this just lays out pretty nice for Raymond.
Yeah, he's probably just going to stun this with a little bit of low right hand English and just let the English carry the cue ball down table.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs to make sure he gets past that 8. Gets past that 8, he's home free.
Just a little past the side pocket, so he's past the 8.
Yeah.
Right down the rail.
Nice shot. Yeah, he's home free now. He could shoot this 7 ball in the side or in the corner pocket, whatever one he feels more comfortable getting on.
That 9 ball's a little
in the way.
9 ball's a little bit in the way, though. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you miss that 9 ball, which means he wants to go above it and not below it.
Right. Well, he might shoot the 7 in the corner. No,
he drew it.
Yeah, good job.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'd run forward a little bit and play the 8 in the bottom left hand pocket, or if he's feeling real comfortable, just draw it straight back. It doesn't. I mean, literally, it doesn't matter which side you go. It just matters whatever you're most comfortable with. Oh, he was on the other side of the ball.
Yeah, he was. He had to use that inside or really power up and go around, and I don't think you can get enough power to go around. So he did the right thing.
Yeah,
and he's perfect, actually.
Yeah, just jack up a little bit and stun over, and you're straight in on that 9.
Still the same game, boys?
Same game. Raymond's about to close it out.
Oh, George.
Oh, don't blame that one on me.
That one was all you, George.
I said he was perfect.
100%. It's on you, George.
Did he done it? He done it. He done it.
He done did it.
Poor Raymond. He's got to shake that one off.
Yeah.
That's about been his only mistake I've seen so far this match.
Yeah, but that's a big one. That's a really big one. That's a momentum swing right there. That could shift the tide of the match right there.
It's the difference between 7-4 and 6-5.
We got some Raymond fans in the chat, and they're all over you, George.
What did I do now?
They said that was all George. Guys, you guys make this fun. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate everybody watching, commenting, sharing, liking, subscribing, all that stuff, guys.
Yeah, I like it, guys. I like the interactive chat. I really do. It's kind of fun.
Even when they're picking on you.
That's in jest. That's in humor. Gosh, I love that. I see
one person picked up on my Dominic Dunn comment there.
What was that?
I said he done it.
He done it.
Yeah. I followed it up with he done did it. Oh, but he done it. There you go. I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah.
And he was actually streaming Shane's match. Whose match was he streaming? Shane and Filler's match.
Who Dominic was?
Yeah, the first one. Yep. Yeah. He streamed the first 2 games of it, I think. I watched a little bit of it.
Yeah. It's like I was just telling Joe, I haven't watched much of the Derby City this year. It's been so busy. It's been a really busy week for us because we're getting ready for CSI. So it's like we're getting all of our team orders in and everything right now. I've been putting in like 15-hour days. You know what I mean? Sun up and sun down. So.
See, I like Muhammad Ali's comment. He says he Georged it. I like that. That's good. And then I get somebody defending me. Kenny Kavanaugh says, I got to defend George a little. He was almost straight in on that ball.
Then you got one person that says, damn it, George.
That's it.
Yeah, that was a very uncharacteristic miss there. And, you know, it was one of those shots where even if I think, just looking back on it, if he stops the cue ball, he just cuts the 9 in. He didn't really have to slide it too much.
Yeah.
And it was like he really tried to slide it over for perfect position, and that's where it kind of went wrong for him.
Now, Wolford took the break again?
Yes, last time it was Raymond.
It was Raymond that took the break. That's right. It was Raymond that took the break earlier.
Yeah. I think...
well, he wants to kind of refresh and reset. He knows he got away with one.
I think you're going to see just a change in posture out of Wolford coming back. You know, like going into this game, you could tell he was a little frustrated, just the way he would get down on the balls quickly and fire at him, right? And then Raymond missing that shot breathed a little life into Shane. So I think you're going to see a different posture come out of Shane coming off of the break here.
I think we need to. I think Shane needs to throw some water on his face and come out with just a little bit of a different cadence as the way that he's playing this match.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or down a real cold glass of water. Anything to change it.
Yeah.
But you're right. He's got to come out.
So Joey, how's the interaction engagement been during Derby City for the podcast? Have been
we haven't even had a chance to do a podcast. It's only been streaming bull matches so far. But guys, just to let you know real quick, Shane Van Boning is up 2-1 in games, and it looks like he's up 4-0 on balls running out, and it appears as though he's going to get there.
Does Federer have a buyback?
I believe he does.
Yes.
Okay.
So they'll be playing again. And this is after a match where Federer completely dominated Shane.
Really?
Yeah, 2 matches ago. George, you remember the first game, Shane makes a mistake. Federer goes 8 and out. The second game, Federer tied him in knots. It was really impressive.
The second game was that real long game that pushed everything upstream, and not a ball in the bottom half of the table.
This might be the ball here.
Yeah.
Well, since Federer is a jam-up player, since I sponsored the guy, I got to root for Federer.
Oh, man.
Let's go. All right.
Shane owed one, and he missed that ball.
Uh-oh. So in missing the ball, did he leave a shot? If you left Federer a shot, it's not going to be good.
All right. Well, we're back to the 9-ball match, guys.
All right. Tune into AccuStats, guys, if you want to catch that one.
And the next one, if Federer loses.
Somebody's asking the overall leader in points. It's got to be very close between Joshua Filler and Federer Gorst, but probably Joshua at this point. He won the banks, and he finished third in the one pocket.
How did Federer do in the banks?
I knew you were going to ask that. George, do you remember?
How did Federer do in the banks?
Yeah. He went real
Wasn't
deep.
He the top 6? He was in the top 8 or 9, I think, maybe.
I'm going to get
a
an
little
answer.
higher than that.
So I think this year has really been looking up for Derby City. The fact that they have this syndicated network of streamers. I also think there's a huge opportunity to push the event even more by having these kinds of updates. All these questions that we're getting, people should be updated on this stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They should do, Joey, what they should do is they should bring you and Mike out there for just live coverage of the event, cover the whole event.
Well, that's what Mike's doing there, but there's some questions that he's not going to cover right now that need to be answered. So, where did Federer finish in the banks? He's not updating that. He's updating what's going on in the one pocket right now. But I can't remember, and it would be interesting if there was a website kind of you could quickly go and see where people finish. Maybe there is. Maybe I haven't seen it. I don't know.
You guys need to add to your team.
You guys keep talking. I'll see if I can find it.
Okay. By the way, this is a decent 3-foul opportunity here for Raymond. He's already gotten 1 foul on Shane, and if he could find a way to thin the 1 ball and leave the cue ball up behind maybe the 7 or the 8 to where he takes away an easy 1-rail kick.
Well, Joey, if he leaves the cue ball, let me
can
think
he can he bank the 1 ball 3 rails and stick a cue ball behind the 3 and the 5?
I was just going to say that. Or bank the 1 ball out. That's what he's looking at. He heard you, Damien.
Yeah.
Bank the 1 ball, stick the cue ball right there behind the 3, and get the 1 ball out. He doesn't want the 1 to hit the 2, though. He's got to be a little careful here.
Yeah, I don't like his angle he has right here for that.
Very nice.
Very nice. Don't make this ball on the side.
No, stay right next to it, though. That would be helpful.
Yeah. See, now he can pinch the cue ball between that ball that's the 4, between the 4 and the point.
This is a real big problem for Shane because he doesn't have a 2-rail kick. He's going to have to try to use English here. I would make sure to hit either of those balls, but definitely one of them, because then now Raymond can freeze him right on the back of the 4 ball.
Yeah. It's a big shot right here. Big shot right here.
I mean,
This is a huge game in the match right here.
Yeah, so here's what I like here. I like just ensuring that you get him behind the 4, but I like shooting the 1 to where it's right near the 9 ball. So if he does...
Yeah, you make it...
What's that?
Go ahead. I was going to say, if he does, I know where you're going.
Well, no.
Go for it.
I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Not near the 9 ball. Because if he does manage to hit the 1 ball, you don't want him to inadvertently make the 9 ball. If he doesn't hit the 1 ball, you win the game.
Yeah.
So you can't have it near the 9 ball here. Just get him behind the 4 ball, but not where you're lining up anything with the 1-9.
I think he's playing it perfect. He's 1-railing the 1 into the 9 and sticking him on the cue ball. He had to marry that cue ball better.
Right behind it, too. Here's the problem, though. Between the 6 and the 7, he can get to it 1 rail. It's a big problem.
Yeah, I feel like that was a missed opportunity there. I think shooting it from going straight at it and not the path he did.
Yeah.
The right play.
Well, now
Yeah,
he'll
he-
have to do it the traditional way and run out the balls.
Yeah, but now he's got the 3 to worry about. He created that mess for the 3 and the 5 up there. Now he's going to have to deal with it.
Same kind of 3-rail safety. He just played on the 1.
Yeah.
I kind of like playing for the bank on the 3. The 4 is a hanger in the side.
Mm-hmm.
The 2 lends itself to just stopping the ball and banking the 3. I feel like he's okay. If he can just get good shape on this 2, he'll just bank the 3 in afterwards and have the 4 right in the side.
There you go.
Well, if you bank as bad as me, you never play position for a bank, Joey. So
I rarely do, but it's really not a good option to try to go into the 3-5, right? Because of the position of the 9, you can't get a good angle on the 2. So you got to play it this way.
yeah, well, the way he's played position on the 2, he doesn't have a choice now. Now he has to play position on the bank.
Okay, Chris Ralston says the leaderboard is updated. So I'll need to find that because I have no idea where it is.
So I like coming down a little bit below it, and even if I have to back cut the bank a little bit, I like that better than kind of trying to get perfect where you have this straight in bank.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That looks like what he's doing. He's getting his cueing flat, so it indicates he might be going forward a little bit. Yeah. See, I don't like this angle. He has to manipulate this ball a little bit with the bank. Just put a little bit inside on it. He's got to hit it with the right speed. And from playing one pocket, I like banking balls at one pocket speed. That's just the way how I bank, at least.
Yep. Federer Gorst finished 6th in the bank pool, and they've got him listed as still playing in the 1 pocket, of course. And so, master of the table so far, just has points.
Yeah, he's gonna have to hit this ball with some speed. He's gonna have to put a little low inside English and draw it out, hit with a little bit of speed to flatten out the angle.
Didn't get it. Where's it going to end up? Right behind the 9. What are the chances?
Wow.
God, this game is so sick sometimes, isn't it?
It's gross. I hate 9-ball these days. I mean, my whole younger years, that's all I wanted to play was 9-ball. And now that I'm older and can't run out as good as I used to, like, I'd rather play 1 pocket or 8-ball.
Well, Filler has about a 20 to 30 point advantage for the master of the table over Federer.
You found it. Oh, they put it in there. That's cool.
Yeah, it's all there. I just Googled in Derby City Classic leaderboard and it came right up. This
He's
is
got
great.
a chance to make the 9 here in the side pocket.
Not even close.
No. How'd he get? Did he get safe here?
Yes, he did. 3 does not pass the 8 in the side pocket. I like
shooting the 3 ball up towards the 9 there and then sucking the cue ball down there behind the 7. That's how I like playing this ball.
I like that. I might even try to make the 9. Rail first. That gets you the cue ball down there, Damon. Good idea.
Yeah.
What's he looking at, guys? He's pointing to the spot. Is he looking to play a carom on the 9 and cut the 3 past the 8? Maybe. I don't know that he can achieve the second part of that, but he can definitely carom the 9. It's a little risky, I think.
Very risky, and it's too far out of the pocket. You got to be so accurate. And if you don't make it, you're going to sell out.
But when you make one of these, George, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, looks like he's going to try to put the cue ball behind the 9.
Oh, nice.
Hit that good. Hit that really good.
So, see, he wasn't trying to make the 9. He was trying to play safe behind it.
Yes. Okay, Federer is third with 169 points. Justin Hall's fourth with 133. Shane is second with 199 points. And Joshua Filler, as Shane fouls again, has 209 points. So this is turning into a 3-horse race here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shane just made that 6-ball a little interesting because the 6-ball doesn't pass the 7-ball down there, so he's going to have to get down table there, kind of where his cue's at, and it just creates. It's not that it's hard; it's just that he has to do something now from the 5 to the 6 they didn't have to do before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think what he'll do is he'll pocket the 3. Then we draw it back, get straight on the 4, pocket the 4, stop the cue ball, and draw straight back down the 6.
I think the 6 plays in both side pockets, don't you?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Play the 6 in that left-hand side pocket.
Yeah, I've seen a couple shots Raymond's hit where I wouldn't put it past him to kind of draw back 6 or 8 inches here and play 3 rails on the 5 to play the 6 in the opposite side. He kind of, or even if he has less angle, kind of stun back across the table and shoot the. Either way, he's shooting a 6 in a side pocket. We can agree.
I like what I like to do on this shot here. I mean, I think the shot here is to just stop it and draw the straight ball, draw the cue ball straight back.
Like so.
Yeah. Even if you go past it, right? You're okay. You just don't want to come short because then your cue ball is going into the 7.
Yeah. He needs a 4.5 foot draw, I think. Maybe 5.
He's got a good draw stroke.
When I want to hear it dial down to the inches or the millimeter.
I love the way he hit that ball.
Got into it really good. Perfect.
I tell you, he hits some shots like you would expect to see a really top-level pro hit him. And then just occasionally he'll hit one where you'll scratch your head a little bit and say, that's the same guy, you know.
He hit it as good as Mike Siegel, guys. Have you guys had him on here yet helping you commentate?
No. We're saving that for Monday.
Yeah.
Joey, you made me laugh so hard I had to cough.
Joey, your story of how you met Mike Siegel is this. I have the same exact story.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people do, Damien.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like, oh my God, there's Mike Siegel right there. I'm an 18 years old pool player. And we're like, oh, Mike Siegel, it's so cool to meet you. You want to buy a cue, kid? No? Then go away.
Yeah. That's exactly how it went.
Well, Raymond isn't dead whistle here. Looks like, what's that? Does that put him on the hill?
He's playing well. No, he's got 7. If I can get the score to update, hopefully I will.
As my good friend John Schmidt would say, he's in dead whistle.
Yeah, I miss John. It would have been great to see John here. I know he's got a bunch of stuff going on, but
I just talked to him the other day. He said he's playing great, but he just doesn't get out and play the tournaments to show the world what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I swear, if I ever get super rich, I'm just going to say, John, just pack up your bags and come. Because I'm a believer in John. Like John and I are good friends, but I'm a believer in him. I've seen him do things at my house on the pool table that I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, there's only a few people I've seen do stuff, the kind of stuff that he does. Rafael Martinez is one of those guys. But yeah, John's pretty insane sometimes.
Yeah, I have a story about John too. I don't know if you've heard, Damien, but he came out he made like an East Coast swing at one point in his career, and he was playing on the Planet Pool Tours, playing a pool tour out there in Maryland and Virginia. And I go out to, where was it? I think it was Winchester, Virginia, or somewhere out there, not far from where Shane Wolford is. And I'm playing in one of these tournaments, and who do I draw first round? John Schmidt. And one thing I'll say about John, amazing talent, but he can be streaky, right? If he's on, he can look like the best player in the world. But if he's off sometimes, a lot of us, he could struggle. And I got out on him, and I started playing well, and he was not playing well. And before you know it, I'm up 8-0 in a race to 9. So there's no way I can lose that match. But I did. And so it was the most amazing thing because he was putting it almost felt like every time he was shooting so fast and so good, it was like he was counting by twos. That's how fast he caught me.
Well, yeah.
So then that night, we talked the rest of the day because that's one thing about John. John, after you play him, he'll talk to you the rest of the tournament. He didn't know me from Adam, but after that match, we started talking, and he's like, "You got a room out here?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You want a room together?" So I was like, "Okay." And so we were going to split a room that night, and we drove around to at least 6 different hotels to find out if they had the Golf Channel because it was Masters weekend or something, and he wanted to watch, early morning rounds. So it was funny.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of a kick and stick here, Joey?
I don't mind. I was just thinking that. I don't mind that shot.
Kick it towards the side pocket on the left so it gets behind, goes down by the 3, and the cue ball stays right there.
You just have to make sure you pass the 4, though.
Sure.
That angle, it looks like it's going into the 4. But if it gets past the 4, you're good.
Yeah, because if you go offensive, you kind of have to roll into the 7, I think.
Yeah.
Well, he went for it.
Not crazy about that, but I never missed a ball from the commentary box. Oh,
Shane misses it.
Shane's struggling. You can see it in his body language.
Yeah.
The frustration is sitting in. So Raymond's got 7, right?
Yes.
Okay. So this is to get on the hill. All right. Well, George, I don't mind your shot here, the kick and stick on this. But
well, here I actually like going for it and taking the cue ball down by the 3.
Down by the
or just kind of missing it all together.
I kind of like one of those super spin shots. Kind of like this, where your cue ball is tracking down by the 5. Look at this. He's going to have a shot.
I call those Efren shots, little zingers,
The little spinners.
Yeah, you hit it and it's like the cue ball just like zing. You know what I mean? Just it flicks. It's like it's almost like you're flicking the ball in with spin.
And in the day before carbon fiber, when you'd have a maple shaft that had a lot of flex in it, you could really get a spinner on those.
I have finally learned how to shoot that shot with a carbon fiber shaft now.
Well, you'll have to teach me, Damien. Before we match up.
Before we match up. You know what, Joey? I think we need to do that. I think we need to have something friendly because I still want to stay friends with you, right?
Okay.
But we play close enough that we need to have like a tee off and just like show the world that like working guys can still play good pool,
Yeah, I was a little worried that he might do that there. I was just going to say he just needs to stun over to the side rail, but not try to force it. It's going to glide over there automatically, and he overcut it a little to kind of compensate for that. And
you're going to put the cue ball down table here.
This is going to leave a shot.
What was he doing there?
He was trying to play safe, but he left a shot. Now, we got to work the cue ball here, boys.
Yeah, I think you got to kind of...
If he shoots this with some low English, bounds off that rail, and kind of takes that same angle that the 6 and 7 are on, but to the left of them, he can come down 2 rails and get on that side of the 3 ball.
He wants to track the cue ball down there towards the first diamond right off of the left-hand pocket.
Yep.
That's his target that he wants to hit. with another come down table.
So about a half a tip left English,
Yeah.
right in the
Actually,
middle of the ball.
might even be, yeah, half a tip left English.
He's playing safe.
Wow. Maybe he couldn't see enough to make it.
I think he could have.
Oh,
That
I don't know.
surprises me that he tried that.
It wasn't bad on paper if he would have got the cue ball more to the left. He just didn't.
Guys, it's the finals of the one pocket going on right now. Shane Van Boening versus Federer Gorst. And the winner of that, let's see. If Federer wins, it looks like maybe the first set is over, actually. So I think they're going to play a deciding set because I think Shane just beat Federer. And it'll come down to one set, one race to 3.
Right. So Federer did his buyback, and we're down to the last set of the one pocket.
What if Federer said, I don't feel like buying back? I'll take second place. It's fine.
I think Christina would come out with the belt and hit him over the head with it.
Oh, that's funny. When you're talking about the amount of money you're going to make when you get deep in that thing, it's not really a decision, right?
Well, it's what is it? 16,000 for winning it, and it's $100 to get to play the final over again.
Yeah, but if you're like a player like myself, and you're in maybe round 9, you're in the money, but there's like 16 players left. Well, even then, I guess you're doing it because you're in the money. But
you're going to do it just to play the better players.
Yeah, probably.
For $100?
Wolford's definitely struggling here, guys. And Raymond's had some moments where he's played really well, and then he's also had some shots that I guarantee he wishes he had back. How about hitting our left-hand side of the 2 ball with a lot of right-hand spin on the ball and coming 4 rails behind the 5?
Yeah, I like that. Just make sure you get out of the corner pocket there.
Looks like he's banking the ball, maybe. Let's see.
So it'd be a good bank. Because look how big the pocket is with the 8 ball.
He
there.
really lined that up behind the 7, guys. He was shooting for that.
He was playing safe. Yeah, good shot. Yeah, but going for it would have been okay just to make the ball, but there'd be no position. So
my son just left 20 minutes ago for his soccer game, and I thought I'd be able to take him the way the pace this match was going, and then things changed, and now this match is going so slow.
Another safety? No, he's got the long shot on the 3. And that's the 4 straight across?
4's down by the hole there, George. So
okay.
He's got
down by the left-hand pocket.
He's gonna play the 2 just past the 4, and then he's got really tic-tac-toe on the 3, 4, 5, and I see good opportunity to get out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all drunk, Canadian Dave. Wish we played as good as you, man.
Well, what comment did I miss here?
He thinks we're all drunk.
Okay.
Just bear down and make this ball, and then from here, everything is pretty smooth sailing, I think.
Yeah.
The one pocket, they're about to play the finals. Shane against Federer. Neither one has a buyback now.
Maybe I am drunk. I thought that ball down there was the 1. I guess it's the 5.
I'm not going to admit to it, Damien, but I thought he was shooting the 3.
Yeah.
That's why I made the comment. I said he just rolls it down.
George, you could have had that monitor installed 5 times by now. What's going on over there in Tucson?
I'm going to have it installed as soon as we get off here. I should just let you guys do it and get it installed so I can see the darn balls.
So for some reason, Raymond kind of struck that with a high ball, high left. He needed to put a little bit of low on it or stun a little bit, and he put himself right behind the 9. Man, that was a huge missed opportunity there.
Yeah.
In fact, Joey, I will step out if it's okay, so I can get that monitor installed.
I was just messing with you, George.
No, I'm serious though. I think you guys are doing a good job, and I think I'm kind of focused on that, and that's where
go
my
ahead.
mind is.
Okay.
All right, we'll talk to you guys later. I'll be ready to go probably in 15 or 20 minutes.
Okay. Thanks,
Later.
George.
Thanks.
Wow, like you said, Joey, huge missed opportunity there.
Yeah. Well, Wolford's got a pretty straightforward bank here. I expect him to take it on. Oh, no, he's cutting it, I think.
Yeah, it looks like you can cut it. Just go back and forth on the table.
In the side. Look at it. Oh.
Wow.
I thought for sure he was going to get gooshed in the side.
Yeah. Should be no issues here, though. I mean, just bear down and get out. Now he's been playing the 6 in the side. I thought he was going to play the 6 in the corner.
Yeah, me too. But I kind of like that. Made sure he made the 5, put a nice smooth stroke on it.
Yeah. I agree. Very straightforward now. He's got to go. Looks like he's got to go 3 rails around back to the center table, or just stop it there and take a longer shot.
Okay, Shane Wolford's going to get the 6. This kind of has a feeling of one of those matches where Raymond got out and had he's had a few good chances to get on the hill, including didn't he have it? Wasn't it this game, or was it a previous game where he had a 3-foul opportunity? I think he still won that game, right?
Yeah.
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 But this just has a feeling that maybe this is one of those horse races where the horse coming from off the pace ends up nosing it out at the wire.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's been so many times like where I've been in matches there, like where I've got the momentum going into it, and you can't close them out, and before you know it, all that momentum's gone, and you're hating life.
Yeah.
So he's got to be careful. If he gets another opportunity at the table, he's got to make sure that he closes it out, or at least he capitalizes on that, particular game. It's a huge missed opportunity on that game right there. Huge.
And if you're Raymond, you got to keep positive, man, in the head. You can't start thinking about, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Here you go. You didn't get out, but now you have an open layout to try to run out and get on the hill. I think the 2 does pass the 4 in the corner there, Damien.
Yeah.
That's going to be a key because it doesn't look like it passes the 8 in the side. He's looking at that right now.
If it passes, then he's got natural position just by drawing it straight over.
These balls are in real good shape.
If the balls are still semi-polished, this isn't that hard of a it's not as hard a shot as it might look. Getting that. Oh, never mind.
What's that?
I'm blind. For whatever reason. I'm colorblind, man. I was thinking that the 1 ball was the cue ball there for a second.
Oh. Well, I think what you said still stands for the 2 ball, right? If he's got to slide it in a little bit to avoid hitting the purple 4.
Yeah.
But I will say that this is probably the 7th day of play on these tables. Mm-hmm. And even though they're standard 4.5-inch pockets, we are starting to see them tighten up a bit.
Yeah, it depends. If they're polishing them up after each round, then that helps too. If this ball can slide in a little bit easier if they're cleaning the balls.
I don't think they are, because it's back-to-back matches.
Yeah, I love playing with polished ball. I know I sound like John Schmidt here.
You really do.
Split cloth. He actually educated me on that. Like I didn't realize how hard the game is playing on dirty equipment. It's really hard. Yeah. But see if you can slide it in here.
Nice shot.
Yeah. Straight in. Didn't even have to hug the rail going in. Center table, draw it out for the 5. I mean, these next 3 shots are going to determine the game, but he just wants to get right back to where he's at right now, right where the cue ball's at right now. That's about where he wants to be.
Nice shot.
Yep.
It looks like I'll have to straight draw this ball back out, though.
Yeah, but he's hitting that shot so good right now that I don't see that even being an issue.
He really is. It's almost like he's got it on a string.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I need him to hurry because I got to get to my son's soccer game.
I'm in the same boat. I'm supposed to take my wife on a date tonight.
You're in trouble. You'll be in bigger trouble than me.
I know, right?
If you have to go, Damien, that's fine. I can handle it.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay to finish this.
Nice shot. 4.5-inch pockets, Billy.
So all my kids just got home from school, so my house is just becoming chaos now.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But I got them all locked out of my office. So if he just draws back here, I kind of like either A, getting to the center of the table or getting the cue ball to right where it's at right now. You know, one of those 2 things. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, I just don't want him to overthink it. You know, just right there's perfect.
Yeah. Center table.
A player of Raymond's caliber should be out like 500 out of 500 times from here.
I agree. I totally agree. Just punch it over, bring the cue ball back over, and then just play the cue ball straight up and down, play the 8 in the side, tic-tac-toe. It's pretty easy from here.
Just the way I play this, Damien, I just shoot this ball with high English and come between the 7 and 9.
Uh-huh.
It's just the way I like these. I feel like the pocket takes it better, nice, smooth, soft stroke, but he pulled out to the center of the table here.
That's how I would have shot it.
You're going to shoot this now with inside English, aren't you?
Yeah. I am going to shoot this with my carbon fiber shaft. Yeah. Not a lot, just enough to hold the angle, right?
I don't want to put any whammy on him, but I don't really see much going wrong here.
Don't put the Dunsky curse on it, please. All right.
Here we go. He's in great
shape. There we go. So my girl Jen, she's out there right now rooming with Raymond and a few other guys. Yeah. So she's probably there by the table sweating the match. She's probably over there somewhere.
Jen's awesome. I've loved following her.
She has been a fantastic hire for me. I'm super happy with my decision to bring her on, you know, and like I'm committed to making sure that she has a successful time with us, you know, so I couldn't be happier.
Okay. Raymond Linares on the hill.
On the hill.
Still a chance for me to get to my kid's soccer game on time if he gets out here. Not likely, though.
Yeah.
I mean, just the timing of it.
Yeah. Well, let's see if he can break and run here and save us all a little bit of time.
So his cue, somebody's mentioned his cue looks very unique. I forget who does this cue. Is it that Origi guy? I can't think of the name right now, but if you follow Raymond on social media, which I recommend you do, he's always providing good content. He'll tell you all about his cue, his shaft, all of his equipment. So
yeah, he loves doing that online commentary podcast stuff. He loves talking about pool. So I can see him like doing something on there where he's just specifically talking about his equipment.
Yeah, so I have no idea about the Banks Ring game. I would assume that AccuStats will be streaming that after the One Pocket final. That's my assumption.
All right, let's see what he does here with break. See if that one goes in the side.
Well, we will not see a break and run. That's my prediction.
Well, he got a nice little roll there, though.
Yep. Look, Shane's just going to kick at this ball. Shane is not really in this match. Did you see that, Damien?
Yeah, he's super frustrating on tilt. Well, Raymond, this is your chance, buddy. This is your chance to make sure that Joey goes to his son's soccer game on time.
I'm very surprised by that.
I like floating this ball in here with just straight center follow English, right? And then you come in right below the deuce, right to where his, be able to shoot the deuce in that right-hand side pocket.
You're saying cut the one with straight high?
You're
looking wrong.
I'm looking at the wrong ball. Again, I'm colorblind, guys. I apologize.
Oh, you were looking at the 5.
I'm looking at the 5, yeah. Okay. Then yes, I do like just cutting this ball in with straight follow and just going back and forth.
Yeah.
Playing the 2 ball up in one of those upper pockets there.
Maybe a touch of inside.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
Just like that.
Tell you what, this table looks pretty good, Damien.
I like it. The 4 balls down there by the 3, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so 2 now, 3 in the top left, right to the 4, and then the only real issue is that the 9's kind of close to the 6, but you can still make the 6, no worries. Yeah. Muhammad Ali says Iragi is his cue, very pretty. And his cue's pet name is Excalibur.
Oh, God.
That does not surprise me from Raymond.
Oh, God.
All right, guys, let's have some fun. In the chat right now, does he get out, yes or no?
I'm going to say yes. I'll bet you a Starbucks coffee for the next time I see you, Joey, if you want to take the under.
Are you kidding? I'm rooting for him. Ooh, got a little steep on this ball.
Yeah.
Made it interesting.
Yeah. Now he could, what he could do on this is he could, pinch it with that low left-hand English and try to hug the corner.
Yeah, that little flicker shot we talked about, where you're just really spinning it.
The Efren shot, right?
Yeah, I love that shot. You gotta be in gear to shoot it though. You can't.
Yeah, you got to dig into it because you got to get the draw to react. You can't. It's not all about English because if you just use the English on the shot, it keeps the angle wide. You need to change the angle by drawing into that corner pocket there.
It's one of these shots where if I'm playing well, I feel confident hitting it every time. But if I'm not, it's kind of unpredictable.
Yeah. It's one of those shots on a valley bar table, I feel like.
Yeah. I'm shooting it every time.
Yes. Looks like he's going high though. He's gonna go up.
Gotta be careful here. Going between the 8 and 7.
I think he's gonna go between the 8 and 5.
Nope, perfect. Look at this. Slow down. He's in great shape here. Great shape. Maintain an angle on the 5. Our favorite shot we've been talking about today, come out to the center of the table and you're gold.
He did get a little farther away than the ball than he wanted though. So he does have to bear down on the shot. I mean, it's like he's huge favorite to make this and get where he needs to be, but you just have to pay attention here. It's get a little distance because the angle still requires him to put a little speed on that ball.
Yeah, he's got to juice it up a little.
Yeah, but if he hits the sweet, it's all over.
That last shot was pretty nice though. The way he worked that cue ball straight up and down the table.
He hit it perfect. Manipulated the cue ball perfect to split those balls. That was a nice shot.
Just gotta stay down and through the ball here. No popping up. Nice shot.
Don't go too far.
No, he's okay.
Okay.
This looks like one where he could actually draw back and nudge the 9 and just track a little more towards the 7 with it.
Yeah. I'm not doing that though. If I have that angle, I'm going to go forward and spin it 2 rails.
I tell you what, he'd love to have the cue ball sitting right where it is now for the 7 ball.
Exactly. Just right there.
Looks like he is going forward, Damien.
Yeah. I don't want to touch that 9.
Up for the side. Ooh. He's
Well,
good.
that's okay.
He's
that's
good.
okay. We'll go forward here, come off. Just make sure you're off the rail and you're good.
You think he'll just putt it in softly and shoot the 8 in the opposite corner?
That's what I would do if it was me.
He might have too much angle for that. He's debating this. He could come around 2 to 3 rails. See where he's putting his finger now? Try to come around the 8 ball.
That's fine. Don't get on the rail and don't go too long, because now you make your shot really hard.
Let's see how he cues it.
He's definitely playing the 8 in that on the left-hand corner.
Look, he kind of cheated it a little and hit it with a little bit of inside, it looked like.
How'd he hit it, folks?
I think he's good.
Angle. Yeah, I mean, now you just stun it down and naturally it's going to go down.
Well, while he's getting his cue in good condition to make these last 2 balls, I want to say what a pleasure it's been to be joined by Damien Pompanic from Jam Up in the booth. Damien, thanks so much for popping in here with me.
Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it. This has been a lot of fun.
Damien, don't kid yourself. You invited yourself.
Hey, what are you talking about?
But as soon as I saw your note, I was like, heck yeah, come on in.
Well, a little friendly nudge. Yeah, I just I know how it can be brutal commentating by yourself sometimes.
It is tougher, a lot tougher. And it's always good to have multiple opinions, because in this game, right, there's more than one way to hit a lot of these shots. Oh, gosh, that ball rattled. Oh, folks, thanks so much for joining. Raymond's going to take this match down 9-7 or 6. Great job by Raymond Linares. Appreciate all the love and all the follows. Damien, any parting words?
Nope.
Awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, special thanks to our sponsors, guys. We will be back probably a little